welcome to my channel. If you didn't know that, you've learned something today. Welcome to this episode of Writing With Me. It is the second episode. The first one was on my old channel and I'm continuing on the series here because this is a very book related channel so far. It will go into other things like movies and TV shows, but you know, just starting the momentum, all that jazz. Second episode of Writing With Me. I'm just updating you on my writing style, how I write, what I'm writing on, all that kind of stuff. That is what this series is about. I got a few questions in my last Writing With Me that I'm going to acknowledge, but I will do that at the end. So far in my writing bubble, a few of you who follow me on Twitter and on Wattpad know that I am currently writing a new series. This series is in fact linked with my other series because something I like to do is just make it all part of this one big universe, all that kind of thing. It's kind of my Sarahverse, like, you know, MCU, all that kind of stuff, but it's Sarah. However, the link of the spying series will not be obvious until you read the spin-off to book 2. Something happens in book 2 and then we take a little hiatus while I write like a point 2 book, which I've planned. So I will say that the spying universe is linked, as is all the other books I've planned in the future. They're all linked together in this one big universe, but it won't be obvious how it's linked until you read this other book that I've not written yet. But I literally came up with this link like 3 days ago, so yeah. A few of you have asked why I've stopped writing Slayer and Creatures. Well, mainly for that is the spying series I'm working on at the moment corresponds with a lot of my coursework because I've taken script writing in university and the script I'm focusing on is called Heist, and the spying series kind of goes hand in hand with this heist book, which is why I'm just kind of doing it hand in hand, so I'm still in the same mindset, same all of this. Slayer is still being written. I have written 3 new chapters of that, but I'm not 100% with them, which is why they're not on Wattpad yet. The same with the Creatures, like I've written some of it, but I don't think I'm in the proper mindset to sit down and write it properly, like to this quality I'd want to put it up on Wattpad. I mean, I'll still edit it once it's up on Wattpad, but it's kind of one of these, I'd rather put something up there that I don't mind other people reading, even if it is kind of a first draft and I will go back and edit it afterward, which I do. So they are coming, they are being written. It's just I'm in this mindset of spies and heists and thieves at the moment because of coursework. So that's why spying is kind of main priority at the moment. Spying is a 5-book series with a spin-off with a character's family member. I'm sure you can guess what family and stuff, but that's just, there's a spin-off, and I've also maybe got an idea for 2 future books as well, but I'm not going to confirm or deny them. I want to see what you guys think of the characters and stuff first. Like the Slayer, all 5 books have been planned, like the main plot points have been planned in all of them. I just need to sit down and write them. For the first book, Spying 101, I have planned out all 12 chapters. There might be a 13th, but I'm going to try and stick to 12 chapters. They're all it's going to be quite a short-ish book for what I normally plan on doing, so I'm quite surprised with myself. For example, like Creatures of Shadows is like 35 chapters or something, so 12 chapters is quite good for me. But yes, all 12 chapters are planned, I just need to sit down and write them. They're all coming out at an average of like 5,000 words each, which is quite good for me. I've written, I'm trying to think, so far I sat down and so far in Creatures I've written, it's like 30-something thousand words, which is really good. So I'm going to keep going at it. The new chapter should be up fairly soon. I'm really loving the 2 characters I'm introducing in this next chapter. So also I've noticed with spying is I've done a lot more research into this. Like the boat they're living on is an actual yacht, and I've taken concept pictures and I've like adjusted things, and I've went really into like making sure it's as realistic as possible. Like these characters could live in the real world, but they don't, so they could. In my mind they do. I looked at the previous Writing With Me episode, and I got a few questions, so I'm going to answer them. A lot of you guys were really positive and hyped up about being like the series and having this kind of one-on-one conversation with someone who's writing. My particular writing style is changing a lot, and doing script writing has actually changed my thoughts on how to be a writer and come up with ideas, and it's been very beneficial. So one of the main questions I got was like, how do I come up with these ideas? And a lot of this is kind of, for me, I think a lot of these stories have been with me forever and I just haven't sat down to think about them until now. I definitely know Helena from Slayer. Her character like came to me like this, and her story came to me like this. So I think that in the back of my mind that's always been a story, but I just needed the world to develop it. Spying is a bit of a different thing. It came up to me with one of these writing exercises we had to do for script writing, where you made loads of cards, and you pick out character types from them and a situation. And for me, all my character cards were like the assassin, the thief, the brains, like the characters that are in my story are the ones that I kind of wrote down. And it came up with this idea of like they are the bad guy turning good. And I really liked that idea. Very Suicide Squad, but actually it wasn't bad guys versus evil like Suicide Squad. It's supposed bad guys in society's eyes doing good because they're getting the chance to actually show there's another side of me. That's my story differentiation, because I've had a few people telling me my story is very Suicide Squad, which, yeah, but I don't have a Harley Quinn and I wish I did. Another question I got was about my music. On Spotify I have different tracks to do with the songs, like different books have a different playlist, so I'll choose a song from my spying one.
I just missed my exit. Last night I lost my key. Over the words I be laughing like me these days. I must be a liar. Don't this line. Help being honest. No, now is not the time. 'Cause the truth is I'm falling to pieces every time that you're around. Trouble is the truth keeps slipping out.
So that's one song on the playlist. I have decided, because they're all on Spotify, that once I've finished with the spying books, I will release each playlist and you can have a listen, because I feel like I would release it now, but a lot of the songs will give away some plot points, especially book 2's songs. Book 2 and book 4 definitely have songs that will give away one of the major plot points, because for me, music does really help like make sure the story flows in a certain direction, so that's fun. One thing I'm definitely, for Spying 101, the first book is very much the team learning to work together. After that, the rest of the series gets really more exciting, but the first book is very much them learning how to get together. So if you're not liking that so far, trust me, it will get better. I'm saying this as the writer, but I really want to say it is. I'm loving the support, like Hayley especially. She is commenting on all my Wattpad books, liking them and all this. One of the things that actually motivates me to write faster is people commenting and stuff, so thank you Hayley for that. I did actually name a character after you if you didn't notice, so I did do that. I will leave all my links in the description. I'd love to have a one-on-one conversation with you, and I will see you in the next video I make. That's probably going to be a What Talk, or because writing with me's aren't going to be up as often. I'm in the middle of reading a book for What Talk, but I might start doing TV talks as well, so give me some TV recommendations I should watch, and I will see you very soon. Bye! Yes! Yes! It's playing! I was going to do something, but I've forgotten. Yes. Now, blah 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 blah. I have looked at some of the previous Writing With Me episodes, episodes. I've only done one. What am I talking about, Sarah? I've looked at some of the previous blah, 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 blah.